Every time I'm walking on the face of the earth, looking up into the sky, I see the stars moving and hear the music grooving, and all I want to know is why. Well, there's another theory that makes me feel leery, 'cause maybe things are not like they seem. So am I really spinning on a giant ball, or is it all just make-believe? Is the earth a sphere? Is the earth a plane? Now it's hard to say, oh yeah, like a program for a video game. You move how you move, but you think it's insane, yeah.
35 seconds and counting. We are full go.
There you go.
20 seconds. Guidance alert. The guidance system now going internal. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch commit. Liftoff. We have liftoff.
Every time I'm gazing at the morning sun, looking through the lens of my eye, I change my direction and then I ask a question. Is it moving or am I just high? Well, maybe all the reasons for the change of seasons is not the way we think it should be. So could we be the center of the universe in an alternate reality? Am I standing still? Am I circling round? Now it's hard to say, oh yeah, an illusion in a magic show. I search for the truth because I wanna know, yeah.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Every time I'm rocking on the face of the world, looking through the window of life, I feel outdated, but I appreciated the wisdom of embracing the light. Well, now that I am older, feeling kind of bolder, I think it's time to play what I feel. So I'll jam a few chords to a drum machine and a solo with the strings of steel. Are we going up? Are we coming down? Now it's hard to say, oh yeah, just computers with the software code. We do what we do and we think what we're told, yeah.
Welcome to Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, episode 90, the Space Cowboy episode. I'm Mark Sargent, and joining us shortly is the irrefutable, the incomparable, your host, Patricia Steere.
Yeehaw! Welcome to the Space Cowboy episode. And Houston, a lot of cowboys here where I live. NASA's here too. So we're here to hunt them down, round them up, and put them in the pokey.
New sheriff in town. Yeah.
That's right. Well, I see you've got your microphone headset kind of stuff
Kind
around
of
that
screwed up.
hat
Well,
of yours.
the microphone headset will not fit over this hat, and this is an Australian fashion hat, so it's got one side popped up like this. I mean, I can knock it down, but it's kind of cool. It's
What's on the front?
Oh, I got several things in the front. I got some pins, and I also have. Let's see if I can do it. See, I got a light.
Now that's insane.
It's both red and white. Here, watch this. Right, look at that. How's that for fun?
Is that if you're ever lost in the Australian outback and need to find your way home?
No, I said in my survival manual you should have a good hat. And so this is one of my first survival hats. This is actually for just decorations. It's a solid leather hat, and because you're always bumping your head on stuff. And I figured, well, I might as well attach a light to it. So,
does it flash? Can we use it as a disco?
I don't. It's this is not for raves. Oonsa, 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 oonsa. Wait, oh, hang on. If we're gonna do that, let's do this. Ready?
I can't stand that Mark and Patricia. They never talk about flat Earth.
I always talk about going to raves. No.
But I want to thank Guitar Lots. It's Guitar Lots who wrote and recorded that song that we used as the intro to the show. And the link to his channel is in the description box of this here video, y'all. Ooh, I'm going to stop talking like that before I want to kill myself.
Y'all.
I need a cleansing breath. Back to my normal self.
We may have to slip. Why are we doing the Space Cowboy episode? See, I thought you were going to play. Initially, I thought you were going to play Space.
Yeah, I know the one. Space Cowboy.
Steve Miller Band.
I thought about that first, but I decided, although that song Space Cowboy by the Steve Miller Band is more appropriate, that I wanted to highlight a flat earther and his music instead. So it had a vague country rock feel to it. And it's a good song, too.
Yeah.
Which covers what we're dealing with pretty much every day here on Flat Earth.
Yes, it does.
But I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, I'm a sinner from Steve Miller Band. Space Cowboy would have been good too.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We have a lot to do, as always, and fun, as always. CGI cats are charging up now because they don't just operate without being charged. So they're charging now, and when they've reached full capacity, they may make an appearance. I'm not quite sure. We'll see about that. What about on your end? Do you have a CGI cat charged and ready to go?
CGI cat is not involved today because there's I don't want her ripping around the banner. So I come in okay as far as the banner's concerned. Last time supposedly the camera was off. David Weiss.
Yeah, no, this is good because we're more on the level as opposed to you being lower than me.
Here, I should show you the front of this thing. Look. So there's some other things there.
Hopefully it's not a Mason symbol because
it's not a Mason symbol. That's an
hidden
alien
in plain sight.
Alien inside a star. That's silver. That was from the Schwa Corporation. I bought that in the mid-90s. And then those three little pendants, those are from my dad. Those were cufflink things that he had when he was in college. They're opal.
Oh, opals are pretty stones.
So I just put them in a little triangle thing. It's not really meant to be anything.
Wait a minute. It's a triangle shape. Gotcha.
Sorry, did I show you the light?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, it goes red as well. Now you can't see anything up. And so if you're trying to take a little meme of my hat, you're not going to be able to do it.
Perfect. Okay, so we want to go to Q&A, which is peppering with comments, questions, and whatever. I have emails to read, but I think first we need to discuss our very successful, incredibly fantastic first ever Flat Earth Day mixers. And I do want to say about mine here in Houston, Texas, that all of the people who attended were incredibly wonderful, warm, sincere. Everybody connected on a deep level. The vegan food, several courses, was delicious. I gave wonderful prizes to everybody. And people were, after the thing was technically over, exchanging information, pairing up to connect later. And I would thank each person individually, but it would be a long list. You know who you are, just for showing up, just for coming. And it made me feel so happy that it was successful and that people enjoyed it. And that's what it's all about. Just getting together and meeting flat earthers. A lot of people, that was their first time ever meeting a fellow flat earther. So ours was great in Houston, Texas. And I've seen video of yours. Video was taken of mine. It's not yet been put together because I didn't take it. And a friend of mine named Robert took it. And he had to fly back to the state where he lives. And he's putting it together in a video for me. So I even haven't seen it yet. But I saw Robin Poe. She dropped a little portion of a video from your Seattle mixer. And I know Orphan Red, Sasha, is putting together a video as well. So Well,
Yeah.
tell me how the one there went. I've seen pictures. It looked really great.
It was really, really great. In fact, it's how you described yours was almost identical to mine. It was, I'd gotten so many emails before this thing started. People were saying, where are more people I can talk to? Is there people in my area? Are there people in my area? So when everybody got there was all this energy, all this positive energy, because people wanted to talk about it. And it's like it solidified for people what they already knew, which was there are other people there, but they finally put the faces there. Now, granted, there were 4 of us that already made YouTube videos that were out there. There was myself and Orphan Red and Robin Poe and JL Forbes. We were already there. The rest of the people hadn't really made videos, but the demographics were just great. The restaurant which we were at, the seating setup was good. We had our own room. And
you had a view of the ocean too, or the water.
Yeah, we did. The weather wasn't great, but hey, it's the Northwest, so but that's okay. And I mean, even before the thing started, we, our thing wasn't supposed to start till 6, and we had people there at 5 or earlier. And so, like when I got there, I got the restaurant at 5 with Sasha, and there were people meeting us on the way to the restaurant, and then there were people already sitting in the room by the time we got there.
When I got there were people already hanging out in the bar, having drinks. And one of the gentlemen who was there, he said that he walked up to a table because he didn't know if they were other flat earthers because he didn't see me around. And he walked up to the table and he said, his name is Danny Flat Out. He told me that he said to this random table of people, not knowing if they were part of the party or not, "Are you guys," no, he said, "is this table flat?" And they all looked up at him like, "What? Crazy drunk guy." And then he realized, no, they didn't understand what he had meant. And then he found where we were, which was out in this beautiful patio area. And it was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. There wasn't a hitch in the entire evening. We had people, from, because it was in Seattle, but we had people from Idaho, 2 from Canada, several from Oregon, 1 from California, the rest from Washington. And the demographics and the different backgrounds, everybody didn't, nothing made a difference. Everyone was just real friendly about it, and it felt like family, which was really, really great. It was just this warm energy that wouldn't end. And we were there, from 5 to 9:30, 9:45. And
same thing. We were there from about 6 till 10:30 or something. I can't remember the exact time. I wasn't wearing a watch, but longer than technically the event lasted. Yeah. And it was just great. A couple of people couldn't come to the event, 2 people. Well, they did come, but they had other plans that they had already pre-made. They did a drive-by flat earthing. They drove by, came in, parked their car outside, came in, said hello, and then left. And another man couldn't find a babysitter for his 2 sons, really cute boys. And he came with his sons. And I said, "Well, stay anyway. I've got food for them." But he said, "No, they're too young. And it might, it was like a fire pit out there." But he even came by. So I gave them both a little prize to take away. We had a prize drawing later. So it was just so good. Now, talking about this maybe as boring people if you didn't go to it. But the thing is, use it instead of something like, "Oh God, this is so boring," as inspiration to do something like this yourself. It doesn't have to be a big event. It could even be just 2 people. Just take that time to drive and or fly to meet other flat earthers. It will make you feel great. And especially if you've got more than one and you don't know some of the people that you're going to meet, it'll make you feel less crazy, I think, when you meet these other people who are into all sorts of other things that you might be into. There was people talking about every conspiracy at the table after we had done eating, all the different ones and how they're all tied to flat earth. And there was a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses. There were a couple of people who were Christian, deeply Christian there. There were people who were maybe just former atheists who now found that there may be a creator. There was everything there. And men, women, everything, age ranges, really diverse. And it was I don't know. I just want to encourage anyone to do the same thing. And a couple people did do the same thing. Now I must put on my glasses to read an email from some people who did. Well, why don't you start talking about, we know about the LA group, and I'll get the emails and read. You know what happened with them, right?
I do, but I didn't have the email in front of me. I know that there was a bunch of people that signed up. They had like 20 people sign up, but I think less than 10 actually showed, but it was last minute.
Yes. A guy named Aaron excuse me, I have to cough. I'm going to push this mute button. That's weird that I never usually do. Hold on for the coughing.
Her cough isn't really that loud. So in fact, it's quite dainty.
Sorry, I just had a little choking going on there.
Don't you have water next to you?
No, I should get some, but that never happens.
You never go on a show with water?
No, the cats will knock it over right in the computer.
Yep. Remember, it is Earth. Earth shows must fit in.
People on Earth drink water? Thought we used it as fuel.
Look, I know you're pretty, but you got to read the briefings. Even if everybody else does the work for you, you got to read the briefings.
All right, I'll try. Okay, so this guy named Aaron emailed me and he said, I'm in LA and I want to do what you and Mark are doing. I want to get together some people in LA and do some kind of meetup, but I don't know anybody. Do you know anybody? And I said, oh, look, I don't know. I'm sure there's tons of people. But anyway, then there's this woman whose name is Sasha, not the Sasha Orphan Red, but another Sasha. She emailed me basically the same thing, close to the same day. They connected and they put together a Flat Earth Day meetup in LA. And like you just said, they had about 24 people sign up and 8 actually came. Aaron writes, everyone who came was great. We talked about many things that normally would have gotten us laughed out of the room, just like I was saying, Flat Earth and other sorts of conspiracies. But Aaron says, here, everyone was accepting of each other and very intelligent and lighthearted. Yes, super intelligent people, not the traditional, morons that everyone says Flat Earthers are. Anyway, Aaron writes, we had some very deep and interesting discussions. There was also much laughter, but we were the ones telling the jokes. We were not the butt of them this time. He writes that we met at a place, weirdly enough, called the Village Idiot, which is a restaurant bar. Aaron says it was a little loud, but it was a good thing because it forced us to yell the truth of our flat earth, such that many others in the restaurant probably picked up on this, even subconsciously. I'm sure some of those strangers went home and thought, I don't know why, but I think the earth might be flat. Aaron also writes in this email, most people traveled more than an hour to get there. That's about 7 miles in LA traffic, which shows how eager flat earthers are to meet others of like minds. There was a UFOologist there who gets shunned by her groups for bringing up the flat earth. He writes, we had a person who has started a podcast interviewing people around these topics. We had a couple of couples where the one partner had connected the other. And we had 2 flat earth t-shirts that helped the newcomers figure out who we were. Overall, it was great and fun, and I believe we all made some new friends from it. So thank you both very much for sharing our meetup on your show, as this was how many of the attendees discovered us. And let's see, if anybody else wants to connect with Aaron, I'm not going to give his information here over this particular show, but email me at Steere at gmail.com, and just say you'd like to connect up with Aaron, and then I'll pass your email address along to Aaron, and then he will email you just in case there's another one. Now, I mentioned a woman named Sasha who originally connected with Aaron. She wrote me as well, who said, just a follow-up. She pretty much echoes the same things Aaron said. We had 9 flat earthers at our LA mixer. She also writes, I heard that 2 people kept talking flat earth until 3 in the morning. She writes, it was the first time I've been surrounded by others who believed in flat earth. It felt so natural. And even though I'd never done it before, we seem to all have somewhat different ideas too regarding what our full spectrum of beliefs are. But with the common ground of knowing the earth is flat, it was awesome to have that common ground and also discuss differences. She writes, I hope to have many more opportunities to meet flat earthers and that there will be an increasing number of them to meet. And that's pretty much it. She thanks us for making the LA Mixer happen. But you know what? We didn't make the LA Mixer happen. Sasha did. And Aaron did, and all those who attended. And so if you'd like to connect with Sasha, Aaron, and the others, remember, mssteere at gmail.com, and I'll get you, I'll rope you up in whatever cowboy reference you want to use.
Lasso. Rope you up?
It sounds kind of...
S&M? Yeah, I know. I have to say it. You can't. Right. I got it. Even S&M doesn't use the term rope you up. It's tie you up or tie you down. Come on.
All right.
How
so
innocent
I'm not a
are you anyway?
At heart. I'm just not a cowgirl.
No?
Not a cowgirl. But when I was very young, I was a Girl Scout, which I've heard has Masonic origins now, but didn't know that then. And I went away during the summers to horseback riding camp. And now being a vegan, horseback riding is not vegan because animals aren't used for our pleasure or entertainment. But when I was very young, I went to horseback riding camp. I think you'd go for 2 weeks somewhere in Michigan, in a very remote woodsy part. And you learned all about how to take care of horses, clean their hoofs, brush them with like a curry comb, clean their hoofs out, walk them to help them cool down after you've been riding them, all of those things. And it was really fun. And I do think horses are amazingly gorgeous animals. And I have a lot of fond memories of that time. So not a
Horseback riding
cowgirl.
camp. Wow, you're
Horseback.
halfway to redneck right there. That's
No, it was just it was Girl Scouts. So, but you could go to this camp and pick what your interests were. You could pick swimming. You could pick horseback riding camp. There was archery. I would have loved to have picked archery, but whatever. I picked horseback riding. So.
Oh, by the way, I think this like works as Space Cowboy. Get it?
Oh, yes, it does.
See, all I need is the ray gun.
And you're set. And you're wearing a plaid shirt. I'm wearing a long faux suede fringy vest and some turquoise jewelry. And I'm going to cough again. What's going on? Wait, I'm going to put the mute, cough, get some water.
There you go.
Cover for me.
There you go. Blend
Partner.
in. All right. Partner. Go ahead. So I'll talk about my event because I know she can hear me in the background. Normally I'd say, don't ever go to Patricia's events because they suck. But the Seattle event was really, really great. Thank you, because Patricia didn't give me the chance to thank everybody. Thank you, everybody that was involved. Special thanks to Robin Poe, who brought a flat earth cake that she bought at, I don't know where she bought it, but it was great. It was a flat earth circle with white cupcakes, full-blown white cupcakes around to represent the Antarctic continent around the outside. Lots of people have taken pictures of that, put them up on Facebook, hopefully. And Sasha, of course, Orphan Red, she did so much work during the evening. She took all sorts of pictures and videos, which she's willing to hopefully process soon. And I know she's probably watching this right now. Sasha, get them out there. Only the good ones, not those other videos. Just anyway. Oh, hey, water. Patricia, you're back.
Yeah, and I coughed a bunch in the kitchen, and the cats were looking at me like, "What's going on?" I don't have a cold or anything. Just one of those weird choking moments.
Had nothing to do with Earth's atmosphere whatsoever.
Yeah, nope. I can only be here for a while before I've got to beam back up.
Go.
And I'll be like, "What are you wearing that for?" When I get up there.
Funny. Right. You see, you guys think she's joking, but that's actually pretty much the conversation that would happen. It's like, what are you supposed to be?
So let's see. Shall we go to Q&A? I've got more emails. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about first? Did anything interesting and exciting happen at your mixer? Did you meet anybody special? Did anybody get in a brawl? Was there
everyone was special. That was the great thing. Almost everybody came up to me individually at some point and wanted to talk. They had something on their mind they wanted to talk about, and it was great. I tried to, it was loud. We were in an enclosed glass room, basically.
That makes sense. An enclosed world.
Yeah. And so the sound was bouncing everywhere. So it was loud in there. We were obviously, the restaurant never complained, of course, because we were giving them pushing 30 people worth of business. But, so I tried to make my way around the groups into groups like 4 and 5 and talk to everybody. And people came, and most people came. Nobody really left early, as far as some. They're always the first to leave, but everyone was really great. It was, by the way, I think the furthest way. Jail Forbes, so happy that she came,
and she did a follow-up video on it today.
Yeah, she was the first one to put up a follow-up video, and then Robin shot only 30 seconds of video, but it was a great. That was just the beginning of the whole thing. That was before everybody was there, and it got dark. That was great. Everybody else, you know who you are. It was just amazing talking.
It's so amazing that it's almost even hard to talk about it. It's more of a feeling than something you can outline what happened.
I was so amped up after that thing. Mm-hmm. I think I got an hour's sleep. Mm-hmm. I was just wired afterwards. Yeah. My energy level, and I had a couple glasses of wine before I even got there. I did not drink at it. I probably shouldn't have had caffeine while I was there. Just getting all buzz, but everybody's energy was so great and so positive. There wasn't a single awkward moment of the night. There wasn't any. Trolls showed up. What are they going to do? It's at the back end of the restaurant, and it's a busy restaurant, and we outnumbered them. So I had heard that a couple people showed up and thought it was too crowded, and so they left.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. I didn't know who they were. I had to turn away a couple parties that called last minute. One guy showed up without an RSVP, a single guy, and he was cool. It was like, all right, well, we got the room, and why not? And
I had some last minute cancellations because a lot of people, a couple days before as well, there was huge drama here in Houston, Texas, and surrounding Texan areas where there was this incredible rainstorm. And unlike where you live in Seattle, it does rain here, of course, but you you have more consistent rain, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway, bad rainstorms, huge flooding because of just the way the city's constructed. And some people decided that it might still be doing that on Friday, so they canceled ahead of time. So
yeah.
But anyway,
Well, yeah,
it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Enough showed up. Even if one showed up, it would have been great.
And by the way,
hey, turn off that red light. You're blinding me.
Really?
No, but it kind of looks weird. Kind of looks
It's
like
a
you're the
Space
Rudolph.
Cowboy show. What do you do?
Yeah, you're right.
I've got the special effects. Here.
I don't have any special effects.
That's better.
All right.
No, it's not.
Yeah, now, do you want to take off your hat because you got to hold your headset? Because I'll take off mine. No.
I'm going to go with this. I'm committed to this thing. This is old school man in the field where they'd have their earpiece. I don't know why they kept put their hand up to it.
I don't know. I think they're holding. I don't know. What would they usually say? Like,
Patricia, can you hear me? I am currently in Libya. We can hear
the field.
We can hear shelling in the background. Yes, a plane just went overhead. Not sure if it was ours. Yeah, you know how that goes. No, I don't mind. I can switch hands. It's not a big deal. So I'll figure out this microphone thing anyway. But this microphone will not go under the hat and will not go over. By the way, I have to mention, because other people, you're not going to do it to yourself. I caught, you never sent it to me on your own, but I caught a shot of you at an early shot of you at the event.
I didn't send you any pictures yet. Sorry.
Wow. Holy smokes. I knew you, I know you well enough that when you were telling me, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of concerned about the outfit, which meant that the gears were spinning in your head. It's like, oh, she's got something special here. And I thought you'd do something, 30s movie star or something like that. But that outfit was, if you guys haven't seen the picture on Facebook yet, on Patricia's Facebook page, it is something. The first thing I thought of was somebody apparently has been shopping at Maleficent's springtime collection. That's what I initially thought. Because it was, instead of this black, it was bright out, but it was this white. What was that? Where did you tell me this was not in your closet?
Of course it was in my closet.
Oh,
I have a magic closet.
Where did you get this thing? Where, seriously?
No idea. I know people will be bored hearing about my clothes, but if anyone cares, it is a strapless white dress and a pleather, which is fake leather jacket that doesn't go with it, with mesh pieces on it. And I put them together, and it looked like
that top didn't go with the bottom.
No,
you just made that up.
Made it up. I magicked it up. I have some skills.
Again, yeah. The evil queen has mad skills.
I'm not evil. I'm the good queen. Well, I'm not even the queen. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I said that.
Did it? She did it. She said it. Somebody edit that sucker.
I said I was evil, and so I'm telling you I'm good. Well, I'm normal.
But still a queen. Yeah. I'm not.
Does the queen wear this?
Anyway, you looked even. I could not even. I was trying to describe it to somebody. I said, you know what? I can't. You're just gonna have to see the picture for yourself. I cannot do it.
Thank you for saying that, though. In all seriousness. Let me.
Oh yeah. By the way, one more thing. I got to throw in one more thing because if you get a chance, because you're gonna love it when you finally see the video, you're gonna have to check out Sasha's. You saw just a part of it. For Orphan Red, when she came in a yellow satin princess dress.
Yes, I've seen that dress before on some of her videos, and I saw a little snippet of it on Robin Poe's video. She was close to the camera,
and I don't know if they were 3-inch heels or 4-inch heels, but the shoes were entirely encased in silver glitter.
I was going to say sequins or sparkle of some sort.
Oh, it was sparkle-tastic. So, and she was on top of looking fabulous, she was manning the camera a lot during the evening, and it was just amazing to see, and people.
She played a huge role in helping you, Robin, actually, and then you pull off the event. So.
Oh yeah. She was my Vanna White to me being the game show host in my suit. Yeah, Vanna Red, nice. Anyway, so there you go.
I do have a correction to make, and this isn't my correction. This is somebody else who caught what I said was incorrect a few moments ago. Because when we started the show, we were talking about the Steve Miller truck, and I said it was called Space Cowboy. It says I'm a space cowboy in it, but I should really know. Futuro Media said, no, it's called the Joker. And indeed, he is. I knew that. Just forgot for the moment. Robin Poe, I'm going to get to, more emails in a moment, but Robin Poe, since we're talking about her, says, now that we've had some successful meetups, what about a convention? And she says, Vegas, baby, Vegas. Now, Mark and I have something in the works. We've been talking about the Flat Earth Network, and you know that we're still working on something like that. And then we're going to do a big announcement about what it's all about when we get it all planned. But part of that is going to be using it to put together some kind of bigger event, a convention of some sort, or a big meetup somewhere. I personally don't prefer Vegas. Other people have. I do understand that Vegas is a centralized hub for many when it comes to conventions, and hotels are inexpensive. Food is inexpensive, and they have all of these facilities where you can meet that are inexpensive. It's not completely off the table, but I'd rather personally somewhere where there's nature involved. But that remains to be seen. Good idea, Robin, and we're on it. It just will take some time to get that going because that's a very big endeavor. But starting out with these meetups is a great way to test the waters and see that, yes, there's interest in people meeting up. But a convention would be more like we'd also have people doing live experiments or other such things. Yeah. Another thing that I want to do once we get this, let's call it network, going would be to get funding together to put up a billboard. If there would be a billboard company willing to actually fund that. You know, a lot of them might be tied into the major companies that own all of the media in the world. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't think most billboards, I don't think they care as long as it wasn't inflammatory in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. As long as it wasn't racist or sexist or promoted drugs. Honestly, well, I'll give you a perfect example. The license plate for my car follows pretty much the same guidelines as billboards, and that is you have to explain to them what it's about when you tell them. You know
what did you say? It's about my tires on my car.
I say it's like I like driving on flat tires.
Just straight up say, I'm talking about my wife, or or you just say it's about flat Earth and have them just go.
My wife, she may be small and scrawny, but she's strong. Yeah, her last baby came out sideways. She didn't scream or nothing. I stole that from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, by the way. No, I just told them it was the theme of the website, enclosedworld.com.
And they just said, okay.
And they just bought it. They said, yeah, okay, sure, why not? But so I don't think any billboard will really care as long as because
billboards can be expensive in the prime areas. Yeah. Now, what we would want would be some flat Earth video that didn't showcase a particular model, but that got people some information that they could see in a second. We'd have to really think on this as a group so that they would maybe so they would indefinitely look at flat Earth, or would stick in their head when they drove by for however long we had the billboard up.
Yeah, you don't have to have it up. You don't have to have it up long. You're right. You should put it in a really dense area, really high profile, where there's a lot of traffic, and do it for the minimum amount of time, like a month. And then during that time, have everybody in the world shoot it and contact every local media thing and try to leak it out there to where people are talking about this. What does this billboard mean?
Yes.
What is it trying to say? You know,
yes, exactly.
Then,
that's the plan.
Yeah. That generates publicity.
Those are my two plans for what the Flat Earth Network would be used to achieve bigger things than perhaps we can achieve with our YouTube channel. But more on that. People are wondering when it's going to start, what's it going to be about? And there's been lots of rumors that aren't true, but it's all going to be cleared up when we have every T crossed and I dotted so that I can present to you all the information about what it is and who's involved. So be looking for that on a YouTube channel, this one, near you soon.
This one. Nice.
What else? Oh, here we go. So Robin Poe, Vegas, but I'm not discounting Vegas at all.
I'm not discounting Vegas either, just because if you want ease of access, you want cheap. You want people to do it on the cheap. There is nothing cheaper than Vegas.
But Vegas has things like lots of alcohol abuse, gambling in general. You know, if you'd like to drink a lot or gamble, hey, that's cool. That's you.
I also hear there is some
go with Flat Earth.
It's just a rumor probably, but I hear there could be some prostitution in Vegas.
I've never heard about that.
I'm just saying. Hey, by the way, we should also mention before we forget the B.O.B. album that came out.
Oh yes, of course. please go ahead. He's had a couple different albums, and I know he's going for a series of 4
Yeah,
with all of the elements listed.
he he has really done some. Yeah, one was water, this one's earth, but it's not like he's treating earth like an element. The cover is earth under a dome, and on the dome, the whole dome side of the dome is spelled out earth, EARTH, and it's an acronym for educational avatar, oh crap, something training habitat, reality training habitat. And so educational avatar, reality training habitat. And there's a flatline version 2. That's the last track 10. There's all sorts of, everything that's in there is tied to lies that our society tells you in one form or another, and it's really, really good. He's put out a lot of material in the last few months. It's incredible. I went to his channel and started looking through some of his videos, and he's really going all full tilt on this. So good for him. And of course, perfect timing, because he's starting his tour. He's already on it, if I'm not mistaken, and should be in your neck of the woods within the next, 3 weeks.
I'm working on getting backstage meet and greet tickets for that, so I can go and potentially speak to him and, video it on my phone. Wouldn't that be great? Now, a lot of people say he's a psyop and that he's just a part of the control grid to control flat Earth. Okay, possibly, sure. But he's putting out a lot of things that are making people aware of flat Earth. So why would I not want to at least have a word with him or have a photo taken with him if he won't speak? Yeah, I'm definitely working on it. No guarantees, of course, but I'm going to try.
If anyone can pull it off, you can.
As long as I don't wear this, which I won't, because I don't wear this in my real life.
Do you wear outfits twice?
I do, of course, but I mean, I wouldn't wear a cowboy outfit. This isn't even really a Western hat. I just made it up.
What's that hat from?
I don't know. It's just a hat, because
do you actually own this hat, or did you grab this from a?
No. I don't own a clothing store anymore, so everything I have is mine. Yeah, it's my hat. I have a ton of hats. But yeah, I just put bits and pieces together to make a cowboy outfit. So what are you going to do? You can see this light. I'm looking at my phone.
Oh, sure. Now, you can have a light, but I can't have a light.
Yeah, that's right. You're right about that. I can have what I want on my show.
Fine.
Okay. You're going to blind me? Great. Thanks.
Nope.
You're going to take off your hat and throw it down and throw your headset down and stalk off.
Nope. Keep talking.
Okay. I want to see what you're doing.
I took off the light. And now I'm going to...
Are you mad?
No, I'm not. No, I'm going to walk off the show. No, ow, that hurt. No, that's why I can like light myself from down below.
That's freaky. Don't do it.
How about that?
It's better. All right. Now, I am not saying that the thing I'm about to say is indeed 100% true and verifiable, but I was sent an email today, which I'm reading off my phone, that says B.O.B. on that new album that we're talking about has a song called Break the Rules, and at a minute 55 in on the Break the Rules song, he, when talking about flat Earth and such, refers to somebody called Chatty Patty twice. I'm not saying that's me.
Really?
But a couple people say it is me.
Ooh.
Which doesn't have anything to do with me. I think it's just talking. I don't know. I haven't heard it myself.
Wait, what's the song called again?
It's called Break the Rules. And at 1:55.
Chatty Patty.
And it has something to do with something rumors around her or around Chatty Patty. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, but I've only heard somebody tell me about it. But all I'm saying is that he's, if indeed it is true, he's referenced other flat earthers in other songs. So he just might be dropping those things in there to secret message in some way, flat earthers, that I know what you guys are about and I'm with you. Or Chatty Patty could be something completely unrelated. But Chatty, I talk on a talk show. Patty, Patricia, I don't know, maybe. But someone told me this. This isn't my big ego. I haven't even heard the song. And I don't have a big ego. So, hey, letting you know. Interesting. I'll have to listen to the song later.
I'm going to have to look it up too. I wonder if that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
If that was you. And that would be hopefully a shoo-in for you to actually meet him.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know.
Do you already know in advance if you get there what you're going to ask him? Or is that a secret?
Just like any interview shows I do, I don't plan questions in advance for the most part. All I ever do is ask people that I interview, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? And then I honor that.
Or you could just come in, like a big fist pound and go, "What up?"
Yeah, I could do that if I were somebody completely different than I am.
Nice. Just I throw that out there.
I'll work on it. Let's see. From Lesha M, who says, you can say my name, got this email. Hi, Patricia. I listened to your broadcast number 89 today, and you were perplexed as to why some wake up earlier than others. I thought about this question last week when I tried to explain flat Earth to my family and friends. For me, it only took 1 month. I was the type of child who questioned everything, and if the answer did not jive with the reasoning capabilities that my God had instilled in me, well, I'm not buying it. From the age of 5, nothing seemed right. 50 years later, as I learned about flat Earth, finally it all makes sense. Hope this helps. By the way, my parents could not afford to take me to Disney World, but I'm not mad at you, because I was mentioning going to Disney. She says, love you and Mark.
Oh,
I went to Disney when I was, I think, 9 years old in Florida. And I didn't really like it, even at 9.
What, you didn't like Disney World?
It's not my, that kind of stuff was never my thing. I never liked carnival rides either. And I know Disney's far more than that, but.
It's the happiest place on earth. Actually, the happiest place on earth, I'm pretty sure, is Tijuana. But for kids, I think it's Disneyland.
The happiest place on earth for me is wherever I happen to be at the moment. And I'm not joking. Right here for me now.
Right here, right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm drinking water again because that choking thing is still happening. What's going on?
Really? Do you want me to say that on air in front of these people?
It would be funny if I could do like a ventriloquist act right now with like puppet. I can't. So.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Right.
That's not even water she's drinking.
Right.
We don't even have a name for it on this planet.
It's distilled water, actually, from my distiller by Home Medic. And they don't pay me, and we're not sponsored by them. But I got it on Amazon using Jaren's link. So
nice.
Yeah. And David Weiss has the same one. People ask me about that all the time. What's the water distiller? Because I talk about it a lot. Oh, here we go from Naylor, Georgia. What?
By the way, you were giving me grief because like, oh, do you have a cowboy hat? Blah blah blah. And yours is really more of a sun hat than a cowboy hat. I mean, yeah, the vest and the turquoise and the denim.
Do you have a problem with me? If you got a problem with me, let's go down right now.
Okay, first of all, let's go down right now. That is completely the wrong use of that.
I've got all these terms wrong.
And you say let's because it's Earth. Oh my God! Read the briefings. Throw down. We got to throw down.
All right.
Like it's old school. Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, so Dana
it's gonna be my rave over here.
All right. Dana from Georgia writes, Patricia, this is a quick thank you for all the information you put on YouTube. We are a homeschooling family. Use your videos, and I watch for my own enjoyment. That's lovely. We better give them some knowledge because we haven't yet. Try to homeschool your children with this program. Fail. No. We'll put some knowledge out there. But this is not the show of all of my shows where you're going to be learning new things about flat Earth. It's a community show, a community building show. That's what it's all about. Vincent writes, Dear Patricia, thought I'd drop you a short email to thank you for helping keep flat Earth in the public conscience and for all your efforts in promoting the truth about this world we live on. I live in the UK outside London near Epsom, and due to Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Clues, I started researching the subject and can honestly say the globe Earth is nonsense. But like most people, you never quite see it, even though your senses are pointing you that way. I've watched most of your Flat Earth and other hot potato shows and am impressed by your easy interviewing manner. I plan to help from a London group promoting Flat Earth issues and help other people open their eyes for the truth. Please keep up the good work, and hopefully we will reach the tipping point sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Thank you, Vince.
Agreed. Before you do the next one, real quick, because in addition to Sasha and Robin and Jael and whoever, anyone else that took, you dying over there on me?
I would turn my mic off so I could cough again. And it's not a kind of a sickness cough. It's like a tickle.
That's how it starts. And then next thing you know, it's because you exerted yourself too much. You should have gotten more sleep the last few days.
I actually did indeed stay up till 5 a.m.
What the heck were you doing up till 5 a.m.?
First was the Flat Earth Mixer. on Friday, and it just got me so amped up. And visiting with people afterwards, after it was done. Then the next day, I did some other stuff involving flat Earth, and then flat Earth.
Oh yeah. Anyone that took selfies with me, because I actually didn't even take my phone out of my jacket the entire time.
You don't even know how to take a photo with your phone, I'm betting.
Okay, you shut up. And B,
Right.
I've taken photos before. It's actually harder for me to download it onto something though, because if I try to plug this phone into my PC, some weird stuff happens.
All right.
But yeah, anyway, no, I didn't take any pictures, but other people did. So if anyone took pictures with me or took shots, please email them to me. Anyone that went to this thing, because I'd like to add them to
msargent23@comcast.net.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
She feels superior now because she actually caught me forgetting something.
No, you didn't forget anything. I was just like sort of helping out. This from Carol. I was 66 when I discovered the flat Earth. That was last summer, and like most everyone else, I've been obsessed with it ever since. I found myself 100% convinced in December when I turned 67. Since then, I find myself blurting it out to people without thought. For me, the fact that I've been lied to my whole life changed my entire world. I now question everything. I feel empowered and am closer to God than ever. Many thanks to both you and Mark for all your efforts on this subject. I love listening to your hot potatoes. I'd love to be in contact with other flat earthers in my area. Together, we can help people wake up. I'm in the Reno Sparks area of Nevada and would appreciate any help you may be able to give me. And so, if you want to connect with Carol and you're in the Reno Sparks area, email me at mssteere@gmail.com and I will get your emails connected. I'm the connector today, which is pretty nice. Nice thing to do.
I want to read this real quick. Can I?
Good.
Even though
of course.
I don't read a lot of text because I hate text.
You got a text?
I actually got a text. Well, no, people send me texts, which ticks me off because that means they haven't listened to any of the episodes where I say I will not respond to text. So I'm not going to respond.
See how good it is? You can read a text right there without any effort. That's what's good about it.
I like to.
And I understand being tied to technology and handheld devices. It is really bad. It is ruining society. You go anywhere and everyone's looking down at their phone. I got you on that. But sometimes it's helpful.
Well, you saw. Oh, okay. Well, then you saw what I put at the end of the last Strange World episode, where the woman forgot, or her iPhone was broken, and so she had to spend the day without her iPhone, and she was all around all her friends. That Asian woman. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And she noticed that nobody was doing anything else, but they were living their life through their phones.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
Sorry, bugged me. Anyway, real quick here, from Anonymous. So how come you always seem to scare my girlfriends, LOL? They don't seem to be jealous most of our lives, and when we connect, they always react. I don't even know if you get texts, LOL, and you haven't written me back yet. I don't even know what this means.
I was going to say, does that mean anything to you?
I don't know.
How come you scare my girlfriends? So this person has multiple girlfriends.
Scare my girlfriends. Yeah. So one, this guy's obviously a player, or this lesbian is also a player.
Exactly.
But he kind of talks like a guy. They don't seem to be jealous most of our lives. When we connect, they always react. XO.
I think.
What do you think?
Alcohol was involved in writing that text. I think you should just delete it.
And does XO mean this XO is directed at me?
Yes.
See, this is why you shouldn't text.
All right. Fair
You should
enough.
call
Fair
me.
enough.
Leave a message.
Fair enough.
Just saying.
I don't get messages like that.
No, because people be scared to death of leaving you a
No, people are just nice to me in general. The only bad things that happen are people make some bad videos, but those people actually don't connect with me as a human being. They just have
See,
other
if I was a character in the Snow White or Sleeping Beauty world, I would not want to say anything bad to the queen either.
I'm not a queen. Stop.
I'm just saying. You scare people. That's what I'm saying.
No, I do not.
You do. It's true. You're intimidating.
No, I'm not.
Which is amazing for a 105-pound woman.
All right, here we go. Sebastian writes, Hi, I came across your channel a few weeks ago and I enjoy it very much. I'm a 58-year-old man and the flat earth's blown me away. I get it, but the fact that space doesn't exist, UFOs don't exist, the entire worldwide space program is a lie is unsettling. I'm so hooked that it's all I search for on YouTube. I see anything about aliens or actually anything on C2 Cam, which I don't know what it is, and it's all a lie. So it makes me very happy and sad. I loved ancient aliens and shows in that genre. Now I'm lost. Seriously, I'm lost. I've been transformed, but I'll miss those beliefs, like a death in the family. Glad for the truth, but wow. On another subject, I'd like to see more talk about the firmament. My personal view as of today is that it could be a four-sided pyramid in shape, expanding up from the four corners of the earth. Question, is the flat earth 25,000 miles around the edge? If so, how far across? 8,000? So many other questions to ask. Also, more talk from new guests and some old ones. The interview with Roger Stone did not discuss the flat earth enough. Have him back. And I want to let you know that was not on my Flat Earth and Other Hot Potato show. It was on a show with David Weiss, which is on my channel because I used to do the show with him called Truth is Stranger Than Lies. We stopped doing it because the Talk Network work that we did it on ceased having programs such as ours on it and went all health and nutrition. So that is the Roger Stone interview.
Which means they got boring is what they did.
Yeah, they did. They just feared Flat Earth and then whatever. But anyway, the interview with Roger Stone did not discuss Flat Earth. Have him back. Also do a whole show just with him. Also try to get George Knapp. C2C won't talk about it, so have him on your show. Also David Hatcher Childress. Thank you for entertaining my suggestions. If you answer me, I have a lot more to correspond with you about things I'm thinking regarding the subject. Take good care. Greatest appreciation for the information provided by your program. And please tell Mark Sargent and Rob Skiba that I'm getting a lot out of their scholarship as well. Thanks again. And that's that email. You know how he said that he's sad because he's lost aliens and space? Well, you know, if we believe in an infinite plane, or maybe not infinite plane, but there being land outside of what we know, potentially aliens that are here on the same plane with us do exist. It's quite possible.
I believe
and
it.
Even probable.
Why not?
They wouldn't be aliens like in the classic sense, but it's possible. Or people say they're fallen angels, but whatever we classically define as aliens still could exist in the new flat earth world, but they're not billions and billions of light years away living on planets. So,
no, it makes it way more probable because it means they're either, again, one of two answers. Either they're trapped here in with us and they're just part of older civilizations that survived, which I believe, or at the worst case scenario, they are right outside of us and they don't have to travel light years or even light minutes. They're
and
right
many
here.
people have had experiences where they've seen something. You might call it an alien. People say orbs. I've had a couple experiences myself. I also have night vision goggles and have seen some things. So I definitely don't deny the possibility, but can I definitely say aliens? I don't know what I've seen. Well, but I know it's not my imagination.
How about this? I can definitely say they're not us. There's something.
Oh, yes.
They're,
yes.
you know, now you want to call them, you know, beings from another world or interdimensional beings. Fine. You can call them whatever you want. But yeah, the clinical definition of aliens, are they from Mars, which is millions of miles away? No. Are they from Venus? No. Are they from another, you know, galaxy? No. But they don't have to be. Does that make them any less relevant? No. As a matter of fact, it makes them more relevant because, especially if they're trapped in here with us, that means that their motives are completely different, and we should probably be paying more attention to it, and which is why they should be hidden. And also, they if they were trapped in here with us, it makes more sense because they would have rules to follow. Again, look at don't want to beat a dead horse here, but look up the 1561 Nuremberg event. It's, you know, that takes the United States government right out of the equation, and it brings into question the power structure, the hierarchy of who we're in here with.
Please explain that for those who don't know what that event is.
Oh, sure. I'll do it real quick. 1561 over Nuremberg, Germany, beginning of April, beautiful spring day, no clouds in the sky. The people woke up. It was like 8 in the morning. Breakfast is being served, whatever it is, Schnitzengluben and sauerkraut. And there's these disgusting.
I like sauerkraut.
I'm not like so
Reuben.
Nine? Right. So these two giant factions show up. These two flying aircraft carriers show up over the city, launch fighters. One side is launching fighters that apparently they look like crosses. The other side look like they're circular in shape, and they start slugging it out for a full hour. I mean, an hour for an air battle is an extremely long time. Even nowadays with modern fighters, it's a long time. And when they were so long, they remember that, in the 1500s, they didn't have cameras, but they did have sketch artists, and pretty good ones, especially in Germany, a major city in Germany. And they got out there and sketched the whole thing. But what was interesting about it, and this is the part that even the Ancient Aliens guys didn't talk about, because it leads a lot more credibility to it, is that after an hour, the only reason these guys quit is because a third faction shows up in a singular black cat. What I mean is a single. They came. The third faction was a giant, singular, black, angled craft that pulls in just one ship. He pulls in between the two factions that are fighting. They freak out, and then they leave. And then the black ship stays there for a while, and it leaves. And they drew the whole thing, and they put it in their newspaper. You can look it up. 1561 Nuremberg event, But that black ship raises a whole nother level of complexity to the equation. It's like, okay, one, who were these two factions? Why were they fighting if they're advanced technologies? And apparently they answered to whoever these guys were, this third faction, and these guys had enough powers like that the other two factions had to leave because they were going to get in trouble. So, and why did it take them so long to get there? If like they were the cops, what's the response time of an hour? Why did it take them so long? Where was the cutoff point? If half an hour is okay, but an hour is too much, they obviously weren't supposed to be fighting over a major city. But the reason why I don't think Ancient Aliens touched on that last part was because it really makes people look at the whole incident more differently, where they question the rules, the protocols, the prime directive, as it were. The old argument is as well, if there's alien ships, why haven't they landed on the White House lawn? It's like, well, you can't, because you land anywhere in the middle of anywhere, a small town, you get out, shake hands, take pictures, sign autographs, you change that town forever and the people around it. I think the prime directive still applies. The point is everybody they're here. They've been here with us forever. It's not just the Americans and Roswell and Area 51 and all that BS. These guys have been here since the beginning. And they've watched us grow naturally. Yes, they get to pick off people every once in a while. The occasional guy in a rowboat or some campers in the woods and stuff like that. But they're not allowed to take a whole town. They're not allowed to do things. Apparently, we're supposed to be developing naturally. For what reason, we still have to find out. So that's my
Very
rant.
interesting. And I know you've spoke about it before, but for those who didn't know about the Nuremberg events, now you do.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Ukdina Walker, who says, in Q&A, by the way, which I'll try to get as many as possible done. She says, someone commented about owning cats, in quotes. My feeling is I live with a cat and dog. I do not own them. We are family, and I provide them food, shelter, and love, and them to me. I'll agree with that. My cats don't own me, and I don't own them. We're just coexisting. So, true.
Sort of like
Flat
love
Earth
cats.
British. Yeah, they are my love cats. Cure musical reference.
Yep.
Martin Liedke says, hello, I'm going to have a massive UK meet. Please could ask UK folks to contact me with ideas. Festival season is upon us. So Martin Liedke. Martin, drop your contact information. I mean, I know you've got a YouTube channel and you can go to his channel and the About section would provide his email, but it would be easier for me if you just threw your email up here. So if you're in the UK, want to do a meetup, I want to go to the UK and join several other UKians.
Oh my God. Seriously? They're British people.
It up. I know. I'm just playing.
You know who'd have an opinion on this, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe David Weiss?
David Weiss.
I was thinking about that guy.
What do I have an opinion on?
I don't know. Your microphone doesn't seem that loud. I don't know. I can't hear you that well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better. Yeah. What strange blue alcohol are you consuming?
This is my distilled water with my flat earth sticky tape on it, which I just got in the mail today. Very excited.
From Mr. Flat Taxi Rainbow Chemtrails. He sells it on eBay. So
I will be probably arrested soon for tape graffiti.
It's good though, because you could use it for graffiti and then somebody could peel it off. It's not really defacing public property. Such a cool idea, though.
I've defaced my refrigerator and a couple doors so far.
Keep on defacing.
Nice.
How are you?
So I'm
We were
doing
just
all right.
thinking
What's
about you.
happening? Yeah. So what's going on?
We're flat earthing, like we usually do every Monday on The Secret Show. This is the Space Cowboy edition. I don't see you wearing any cowboy gear.
This is not a cowboy hat.
Okay, it is. It's
I'm
nice.
actually space raving.
That's a base cowboy hat you're wearing, but that's all right. Anything new going on with you? New videos that you've got coming out? David?
I've been discovering. I've been looking into the space bullocks, I call it. I made a video which you guys saw, so everyone, if you want to check that out, it's pretty funny. I'm finding some amazing videos. You guys saw the one with the black line?
Yeah, I just saw that before the show.
Isn't that amazing? It's like the black chemtrail lines that we've seen on the SpaceX. And then if you look at the clouds, the wave patterns in the clouds, to me, it looks like some sort of projection because I don't have another word to explain it.
Yeah.
Something that's going on there. And by the way, your cough is the chemtrail cough.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little tickle in your throat. Doesn't go away.
Yes,
It's not real
yes.
cough. Yeah. I was actually doing another time lapse today of the chemtrails, and I actually got an amazing sweep of the sun. It's actually finishing right now, and I thought I was videoing chemtrails, but I think I've discovered that the Earth is flat and the sun travels in a level line. But I also, thanks to Antonio, he turned me on to making your own colloidal silver. Simple, easy. I bought little blue bottles to atomizer spray bottles, and I'm excited to defeat this them trying to kill us with chemtrails and everything else.
Do you happen to have one of your black cats around? I thought I saw one walking.
Naki is not playing well today. He's
okay. All right.
Good
there was a
effort.
reason why I was going to say that. Someday we'll reveal what that reason is. Right here on the show. Yes, exactly. Okay, so what you were just saying about the chemtrail cough, I mean, it's only started today and moments ago when we went on the show, so maybe that's not it. My cat is pulling my computer screen, sorry.
I think it's more because you have had poor sleeping habits over the last week.
It could be, but it's not a sickness cough, it's just a tickle.
So wait a minute. At the beginning of the show, you guys made a comment that after your meetup, people were up until 3 o'clock in the morning talking flat Earth.
Yeah, but that's what I do all the time anyway.
When does that happen? Except every night.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this was actually in person.
Right. Indeed.
So. You know, a lot of people give Patricia criticism for just having a lighthearted show like this, and
Patricia, it's your breast. Patricia, it's your breast.
I'm sorry.
You mean
I'm sorry.
Chatty Patty.
I had to get the cat from behind the screen because she was troublesome.
She's involved in these after-hours calls with us, and we literally collaborate and we come up with some of the best ideas in the middle of the night. You know, they say you're supposed to go to sleep at 11 p.m. But if you stay up after 11 p.m., which is supposedly not good for you, but you become more creative because you start wake dreaming, some sort of creative process, and we come up with some of the best concepts that we test out. Some of them work, some of them don't, and that's what we do.
Yeah, it's crazy. How much flat Earth can people handle? Which to me is, after we do this, I'll be talking via Skype with other flat Earthers for sure, just for fun. And in the fun conversation with, like you mentioned, Antonio or Bob Xanadude or Nathan Oakley or GeoShifter, will just ideas come together to do something in the future, and it's really great. It makes you feel happy to be connected to others.
Yeah. You put it so well, where people, the energy at your meetup was just amazing, and people were really excited to be together. I've never come across anything like this that will not let me let it go. Every single day, it's like, what am I going to learn next? And as soon as I'm like out of stuff, Mark will send me a link or something, and it'll send me down another rabbit hole, or whatever. And it's truly amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The amount of new content that just keeps funneling into this thing is incredible. You know, I sometimes I'll, at the very least, I'll set the filter. I say flat Earth, set the filter to today. But sometimes if I'm caught up, I'll set it to the hour. What's happened in the last hour, and I'll still catch like 6 or 7 things. It's like, really? Is this what's going? You know, it's incredible.
Hey, one thing I want to talk about before Patricia throws me off is B.O.B. did something else the other day. He tweeted about Snapchat. Did I talk to you about this, Mark?
No.
So people that are familiar with Snapchat, they have a new feature where it does facial swapping, where you have to line your face up with this little oval and stay very still, and it maps out all the features on your face, okay? Yeah. And his tweet was, that moment when you realize that Snapchat is just a facial recognition database. I mean, first we had Facebook, and we told everyone who we're hanging out with. We took all of our pictures. We identified everyone's faces in there by tagging them. So now they have this general database. They know who's with who, where they are, what time, where, you know, when it was taken, how often they're with those people. And then they have, now how can they get the detailed facial specs, if you will, 1,000 points of facial recognition. Yeah. You have to get someone to stare in a camera. How do you do it? You give them Snapchat for free. And everyone's in there. And I don't have proof that this is the case, but everyone that I've asked so far, I'm like, what are the odds that this is what they're doing? And everybody is like 100%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right, which of course leads to the movie Minority Report.
Yeah, yes, we're already there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now they can, they're not only tracking our faces, they're looking into our eyes. There's already exposed technology that that they can spot you in a crowd like 50 yards away or 500 yards away, some distance that your eye couldn't do, but they can facial recognize you at great distances. And now everyone, not everyone, but the people that are using Snapchat are literally staring in there and having their faces mapped.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's young people too that are on Snapchat.
It's all for our benefit. Don't worry. It's to take care of us.
The greater good. One of us. One of us.
Yeah, exactly.
One of us.
I do want to thank Rebecca from Clay Critters because she provided these refrigerator magnets for both Mark and myself to give away as gifts during our Flat Earth Mixers, and she also sent me some just for myself, and she's not asking for any sort of promotional mention. She's actually a wholesale company, Clay Critters, but just a really wonderful person that made these magnets, just little magnets, but they were specially made for the event, flat Earth shapes, and who else are you making these for?
And yours had Houston written on some of them, right?
Yes. So she also made me some for my cats, and she made one here that says Flynn, which is one of my cats, and looks just like that. She made this one here that says Rory on it. Looks just like Rory pretty much. And she made one more that says Greer, and you've already seen Greer, and it says Greer on it. Just really nice, somebody that actually watched and knows the cats' names. It was just blew my mind.
You didn't get a 4th cat, did you?
I did. I got Bitsy, your gray cat.
Really?
Did you get Bitsy?
That's not your cat.
Yes, she's my cat.
Bitsy is my cat.
So anyway, it was cool. Wonderful. Thanks, Rebecca, again. We have Mark T. asking about a question that we mentioned earlier, or an email I read earlier about aliens and what's your feelings about aliens. Can all abductions be lies? I think they're in there with us. We kind of already touched on that. And Mark says he's from New York, and he said his dad is translating. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh yeah, his father is going to translate Flat Earth Clues.
Right, I thought it meant his dad was translating as he's watching the show. I'm like, we're not that confusing that we need a translator. Well, depends on the moment within the show.
I was about to say, when Patricia actually learns English, Earth English.
We've got this from Jordan Rains. Hey, Patricia and Mark, did you guys see the Apartments.com commercial with Jeff Goldblum where they showed a flat Earth and a dome firmament? Seems like the mainstream media is putting this right in our faces. Yep. It's on Flat Earth Hub's channel. Yes, we saw that.
Yep.
Crazy.
It was really good.
I got to take off, but one quick last story. I was out at a restaurant, sitting at a bar, 5 television screens, thinking about the flat Earth, and then all of a sudden, the Hennessy ad came on all
I
of
was
the TVs.
just gonna say the Hennessy ad.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, the Hennessy commercial is so spooky, and it's so well done. And
All right,
not an
guys,
accident.
I'm gonna listen on the road. Keep up the mindless chatter, you two.
Sure will, and make sure to never mention flat Earth.
Bye, Chatty Patty.
Bye.
Go to hell, Weiss.
Oh, cool.
I hate that
Let's
guy.
see.
Anyway,
Yeah, he just, I don't know.
why
Gregory
do
Mason.
you keep inviting him on the show?
I didn't. He just popped in. CGI.
Isn't there a block function in this?
Gregory May said, I hear David Weiss speak and I know I'm with the right people. I think we all feel that way.
Fine.
We feel that way about him. We feel as a group, I think, in many ways about Bob Xanadu the same way.
Yeah.
Wilson Phillips, not the band, writes, I was measuring the angle of the sunset Friday and my best friend asked why. I dropped the flat earth bomb on him. I may never see him again.
Someone should dig up that 70s tune. Drop the bomb on me. And turn it into
somebody who's comes into the Q&A and I would say trolls, but denies their trolling, says, what's up with the hats? It's a Space Cowboy episode.
Space Cowboy episode number 90.
Right.
Check out the thumbnail. It's obvious, right?
Yeah. Well, the thumbnail.
And I'm holding this earpiece because
Let's take off our hats so you don't have to do that.
No. I'm going all the way on this. I am going all the way on this one. Besides, it's kind of fun. It makes me feel like a newscaster in the field.
All right. Mike Golf writes, if owning a horse is against being vegan, then what about owning cats, even if they are CGI? Well, there's controversy about that, but I don't feel like I own my cats. I just take care of them, and they, in return, give me enjoyment and happiness. So there's no owning, CGI or not. And Mike Golf writes, my horse is part of my family, too. I love horses. I love all animals. Love all animals. Eton96 says, any comments on the Prince conspiracy?
He wasn't.
Minneapolis found in his. They always called it their compound. What about house?
Humanistory asked me the same thing, and I said, look, he was not on anybody's conspiracy radar. Otherwise, we would have heard.
Well, he did appear on a talk show talking about chemtrails. He's had slave written across his face before. He's made comments oftentimes about this sort of thing, about things in the conspiracy world. He wasn't, completely out about conspiracies 100%, but there's the conspiracy that he was killed because he talked about chemtrails. But there's also the conspiracy that has nothing to do with that just says that, like other celebrities, they decided to retire from public view and fake die, and then they go somewhere else.
Or he could have just done some drugs and died.
I don't remember Prince being a drug user, although that could be hidden.
Neither did people say that about Heath Ledger, and that story seemed pretty straightforward. That I
didn't follow Heath Ledger as much. So, but yeah.
I mean, he wasn't known for, collapsing outside of bars or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And the story, they did a bunch of drugs with one of the Olsen twins and died in a room. Like, it happens. You have access to that much, stuff when you're young and.
Right. But Prince was in his 50s, mid-late 50s.
Yeah, but he was one of those. He was created for life.
Right, but he didn't look like he'd been doing drugs. He didn't have any he wasn't on stage singing poorly and looking weird or sickly. He looked very healthy and fit. He's a Jehovah's Witness as well, or was a Jehovah's Witness as well.
I just didn't see anything. Okay,
but
all right.
Let me saying there's a conspiracy. I'm just saying, just his death alone seemed odd. Like,
all right,
why did he die?
Because
he had the flu? What, the chemtrail flu?
Let me put it a different way. For me, because I've been in it longer than most, and this is going to sound callous, but I'm going to say it. Why not, right? I would call it what it is. Flat Earth, for me, has put every other conspiracy, including brand new, fresh out of the dryer conspiracies, on a lower tier. So when I heard Prince died, it was like, people was, it's a conspiracy. I'm going, and does it have? Can it do anything to benefit, hurt, or help the Flat Earth cause? I'm going, yeah, I respect him as an artist. You know, you and I grew up with his stuff, and he was really great. I appreciate his talent, but do I think, you know, the Michael Jackson thing didn't bother me. You know, other celebrities that have died in the past, is like they just their conspiracies take a back seat.
Well, there could be, if there's, you know, other land we don't know about, he could be there. I'm just pretending that I'm believing that.
Okay,
that he didn't really die. But why would he leave children and current wife?
Let me put in perspective. If B.O.B. died tomorrow, then I would you know, put a lot more energy into it, because it's
yes,
like, okay.
I agree. He would be one that would be supposedly killed if that happened, because he's spreading way more truth than these other people have.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's interesting things to think
I mean,
about.
It's interesting. I'm sad that he died. You know, I was a huge fan. I owned a lot of his stuff. Some of and he had some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Some of the sexiest songs I think that were ever written.
Yes, and just a great ability to dance and incredible costumes. His fashion style expressed his personality so perfectly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
One of my favorites was a track that hardly any people really even listened to because it was older. Was Erotic City. Oh my God, that was a great track.
I know that one.
That wasn't on Purple Rain. You know, that was just fantastic.
I remember seeing Purple Rain the movie in the theater, and I actually own it on DVD. So.
Have you actually taken it out of the wrapper?
Yes, well, I've watched it in the movie theater. I have it as part of
It's not what I'm asking. Have you actually watched the DVD that's over there?
I think I might have, but I've seen the movie in the theater. It's part of a collection of movies that mean something to me from a time in life, or like that one that doesn't have deep meaning to me, but it reminds me of a time in my life. And then I have movies that have actual meaning to me for one reason or the other. Anyway. Up next, we have got this from No One's Flower, Nora, who was recently in videos that you saw on Martin Leedkey's channel, Flat Earth British. They were walking together. She was feeding squirrels. They had met up for Flat Earth Day, and it was really delightful.
Nice.
And she writes, using the word delightful, I am delighted the meetups went so well. I spent the time with Flat Earthers too. I feel we were really all united in spirit that day. So glad everyone made the effort. And she says, are you all wearing cowboy boots? That was just an excuse, she writes, to use the word y'all.
Ow.
No, I don't own cowboy boots. Really? You go shoeless.
I did for this because no one was going to see my feet. Ow, I think I got cramped.
So it's like those newscasters.
The what?
Are you doing okay over there?
Yes.
Are you doing yoga?
You try lifting your leg up that high right now. I bet you can't do it.
Well, that would be weird if I tried. Really strange, I think. So we'll just leave that.
We can't be that. Inappropriate.
What were we saying?
Something about the Queen doing something inappropriate.
Oh, anyway, yes, Nora, and I believe the video with Martin and Nora is no longer on Martin's channel. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it was great.
What shoes are you wearing?
I'm not saying.
Wait, I did all that, and you pulled up something in my thigh, and you're not going to show?
Wilson Phillips says it sucks getting old. Directed to you.
Oh. Hey,
like,
this is all right. I'm doing my other leg. See, this is not easy to do.
All right.
It's not a natural motion to stick your foot up on a desk.
I need to put my air conditioning on because this getup is making me hot. So can you pad for time while I put the air conditioning on? Or I could take the hat off.
Go ahead. I will not say anything inappropriate at all.
All right. I'm trusting you. Right. Yeah. Right.
Go ahead. Okay, so she's going to go turn on the air conditioning because she's getting all hot and flustered. Why? I don't know. Could be because I'm giving her such a hard time and she's trying to stay in character and obviously suffering through it. Or could it be just...
I just put the air conditioning.
Oh.
When you wear a hat...
We were talking flat Earth while you were gone.
You were?
Yeah.
So where were we? We were talking about... She was asking if we wore... If we were wearing cowboy boots.
Wait, so I'm sorry, what were you wearing?
Oh, I'll take off my shoe and show you because I'm not putting my foot up like that.
Because you can't.
Well,
you can't do it. You are not flexible.
I can't put my foot up to here now. I'm wearing these.
Oh my God. What are those?
They look big in this. They're
big. They don't just look big. They're huge.
Well, they look big, but they're brown faux suede platform shoes.
Were those 4-inch heels?
Well, there's a platform, and women know that platforms don't. They're
Why
comfortable.
Are you wearing 4-inch heels to a space cowboy show?
Well, I don't know. Better than Spurs.
See, I question that.
Nora says, thanks for showing your feet, Mark. And someone else says, I'm old too, so I know how it feels, Mark.
Thanks. Yeah, I just had a birthday. Thank you. And I'm feeling...
Oh, yes, I forgot to say it was Mark's birthday on the 24th yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
So what kind of a birthday song? Let me sing you a birthday song. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
But and many more.
Wow. Was that yeah, because I say but quite a few times.
The fact that you say but never crossed my mind until that video that we all know about came out. Because you don't say it like that, but
it is a simple conjunction, right? And or but they all you got to use it's a transition.
Did you enjoy your song? Come on.
Thank you, Patricia. I was honored. One, you have a lovely singing voice, and two, to be sung "Happy Birthday" by you is akin to having Marilyn sing it to JFK from years and years ago.
Well, that's nice and weird, but that's nice.
And no, that was an awkward thing too. One, she wasn't even supposed to be at that little barbecue that they were having, and so when they flew her in and she sung that, I'm sure he was like burying himself under his seat. But no, that was really, really great, and thank you very much. By the way, there's a little side note to that, and that is a little trivia. You and I may or may not have talked about this. Do you know why restaurants can't use that song? The whole "Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you." Do you know why they can't?
You know what? Restaurants always come up with their own little
song they do. They have to.
But there's a reason.
Legally, they have to.
I bet somebody owns that song. Some weird.
Some years ago, a German couple figured out that they own the rights to it. Their family owned the rights to it. And you're thinking, well, who cares, right? It's not like you can track it down. Well, yeah,
someone going to copyright strike me for singing it now?
No. But if you own a franchise of restaurants, here's what would happen. So if you own a franchise of restaurants and you sung and somebody caught you, so let's say you owned the entire Applebee's chain, right? And they caught you singing "Happy Birthday." What they could do is they could backdate it and say, okay, how many times you think you sing this a week? Multiply that by every restaurant in the chain, and even if they charge you 25 cents a song, they could hit you for thousands and thousands of dollars.
That is sick that even this is even thought of.
So the restaurants had to come with all their own individual birthday songs that were different. So like Red Robin's is, do you have Red Robin's out there?
Maybe, I don't know. I've never been to it.
It's a burger chain where you have staff and everything. So that you're like, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy day, hair birthday. Whoa.
You go there a lot, I guess.
Yeah. So
did you go there for your birthday?
I had a rewards card for Red Robin. I love that place. It started.
You actually went to Red Robin for your birthday on the 24th?
No. But I had for years and years when I was in Colorado, because you get a free burger if you go there on your birthday. And even if you don't have, well, actually, you do have to have the rewards card. But I learned that because you'd go there, especially people would, the staff would come out and sing you a birthday song. But that's when I kind of learned it. It was like, why the hell you guys sing that song? And then I did some research on it, and sure enough. So all the chains have to do that. Now you can do it individually, but if you own a chain of something, eventually you're going to have to make that call whether you want to risk it or not. You don't have to do it, but if you get caught, you can get smacked. So there you go. Anyway, the point was, it was my birthday. I'm older, and no, I didn't pull anything by lifting my foot up to show you guys. So
right. You're very tall, so you're lifting up your foot and leg is harder than if you're small, like a gymnast.
It is. If I had short legs, this would not be easy to do. Plus, I spent all day out at the range. And
you wear socks just like the astronauts on the ISS. And your socks are nice and white too, just like theirs.
Oh my God! Thank you for doing that. Thank you. Yes, we all get our socks from the same department. That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, one that you're not a part of.
No. Martin Leakey writes, Patricia, please can you say for me, thanks to all the awesome flat earthers, the best people on the planet. I love you. Massive cooch, guys. Cooch. I don't know the exact, but it means hug. And I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's he's Welsh and it's a Welsh thing. So a hug from Martin. That's a hug. It was. Martin knows how I feel. From the very first video I saw with Martin, I saw in him pure love.
Pure
Period.
love. Flat Earth
Still do.
friendship.
Yeah, for sure.
Love and tenderness. Truth and harmony.
You got it. Xanadude Bob Glowbusters writes, happy belated birthday, Mark. You are now 1 year close to catching up with me. Soon you too will be able to order off the seniors menu at Denny's. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That takes my self-esteem. Was here, now here. Thank you.
Yep. It looks like Swamp Lover SWMPLVR writes, Paul Stanley just called. He wants his platform shoes back. Yeah, they're kind of 70s.
Yeah, if they were black, that would be Kiss Army for sure.
Yeah, I have black ones too. But I don't always wear platform shoes. I have all different styles. Chris Rock of the Flat Earth Reality writes, China from WWE just died. She looked beat up and slurring. Speculation online that it was a satanic Illuminati sacrifice.
I'm not entirely sure she wasn't a guy to begin with.
Yeah.
She was.
I've seen videos like that say she was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she has a jawline. Looked like she could take multiple, right crosses and not even.
Well,
blink.
maybe she took steroids.
Watch some extended videos of her. She's just. Hey, look, she did the best with what she had, but.
Ukdina Walker says, happy birthday, Mark.
Thank you, Tina. Hey, where's she located again? Why didn't she come to any of these socials? Just cause?
I don't know, but she said she was going to be at them in spirit, and her spirit was there for sure.
That's nice.
Let's see, Gerardo Carrillo, if I'm saying it right. It's a fun name to say. He says, I uploaded an illustration I made to Instagram yesterday about the Flat Earth Day, and I thought to myself, April 24th should be Flat Earth Day. And now you say that was Mark Sargent's birthday? Was it a coincidence?
Could be synchronicity.
Oh, by the way, Mike Golf writes, the happy birthday copyright was lifted. It's public domain now.
Oh, really? Since when? Somebody should tell the restaurants that.
But then they develop that song, and it's their signature, so they'll probably keep it. I'm not big on restaurants where they put on funny hats, and sing a song to you. It's really sort of embarrassing.
Really?
Yes.
Well, then
Maybe
I feel extra special that you sung to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I would think that the Queen does not do that often, especially not in public.
Stop calling me the Queen.
Oh, right. Ixnay on the.
Let's see. Martin writes, Martin Liedtke, I have a theory we all met in past life. Something like this has happened. They wiped us out, and the remains made a pact to meet again in the future. That's why we all recognize one another. He said he thinks this after meeting No One's Flower, Nora. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Martin, stop remembering so much. You're going to ruin it.
Yeah, I have felt like a connection with certain people. Yeah. And also, I feel other people feel the same way. I know it's just not in my head. Delacroix, Delacroix. Yes, perfect. You got the right pronunciation. Says, hey, Martin. He's writing on this show to Martin Liedtke. So, Martin, listen up. Been trying to find you on Skype. I'm Delacroix 2012. And Patricia, it's KWTCH, LOL, the word that means hug in Welsh. So hopefully you got that. That's Delacroix, DELCROIX 2012. So Martin, you guys meet up. That's on Skype. So Skype request each other. And that will be cool. Wesley stays Flat Earth News.
Flat Earth News.
You need to put your hand over your like that.
Flat Earth News. Today, fighting broke out.
He writes, hey guys, Wes here with Flat Earth News. Just throwing it out there about Prince. When I was 13 back in the 70s, they were doing a lot of busing. I remember that as well. And we were in the same math class. And he said back then, I'm going to be a star and then fake my death. What? Wait, you went to the school with Prince, Wesley, and Prince said, I'm going to be a star and fake my death. This is crazy.
I didn't know that.
Wesley's not a joker. He doesn't it's not a joke.
But is he a midnight toker?
He gets his lovin' on the run. I do know that.
She's on the same page. She's picking up what I'm putting down, folks.
Ukdina Walker says old sigh. She's in her 70s. So we're kids to her.
That's that. I'm talking to my good ear.
Wesley Stason Flat Earth News Talk again comes back to say, I never thought about it till now. This was at Jordan Junior High before he went to Bryant Junior High. Very strange. P.S. Happy birthday, Mark. And he says, you old farts.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Wait, that's a word I really don't like either. Farts.
Old fart.
Gross.
Yeah.
But nothing
Old
against
farts
you,
would
Wesley.
be kinda gross, wouldn't they?
Dina says,
Smelly.
what up, Chatty Patty and Mighty Humor Mark? Hello from New Mexico. I took my children to Disney, Florida many, many moons ago, and I hated it. Yeah, I didn't like it either at 9. So
What
I'm not a spoil sport or anything. Eddie K914 responds to Gregory May, who earlier was talking about places, and says, I'm from Pittsburgh. So that relates back to things that were spoke about before. Gregory May says, my cats own me. Probably indeed that's true.
That's true of a lot of people.
James Hicks Boson says, happy belated birthday, Mark. Cheers. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Elizabeth,
I didn't tell anybody at the function, by the way, that my birthday was coming up.
I knew you weren't wanting to make it public.
I didn't want
post-birthday song's always good.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Mapplebeck, that's a cool last name, says,
She was at the thing.
Yes, I was just going to say, Eric at the Seattle meetup was also talking about making your own colloidal silver. Lifeforce.com sells 2 different kits, with the larger being only $85. I'll be doing this soon. I need to do that. And you were saying that Antonio Subaritz is, not you, but David Weiss was saying Antonio Subaritz was talking to him about making your own, and he makes his own. I just bought some myself, and I had some before, but anyway.
Thank you for coming, Elizabeth. It was really fun to see you.
Delacroix says, happy birthday, Mark, and thanks, Patricia, for telling everyone my Skype. Well, somebody can send you a Skype. It's not
like you don't have to accept it.
You should see all the weird Skype requests I get. If somebody wants to really Skype request me, I don't just talk like randomly to everyone due to the fact that I just don't have enough time in the day. But put in the message like who you are. Like, I'm so-and-so from so-and-so, so that I know you. Because I get all these weird ones from colonels and generals, and I know they're just fake scammy people. So,
wait, you too?
You get? Well, I think everyone gets those.
Not me, of course, but Orphan was saying that, I think.
So maybe these people just do it for women. You don't get those on Skype requests?
No, I get a lot of naked pictures, mostly of farm animals. Is that right?
It's unusual.
No, I'm kidding. But no.
Are they always naked?
That's the weird part. You'd think they were. You should compare notes with Sasha, because she mentioned that to me in passing. And I mean, it's such an odd thing. I was going, wait, whoa, you're getting.
And they have medals on and American flags.
It's very specific. So you think it's a scam, like African princes wanting to send you money? That's
probably. I'm so and so in the so and so military, and
I'm
a widow. Always, I'm a widow. So you feel sorry for them. Then you start talking, and then before you know it, I don't know, you give them your bank card or something.
Huh.
Delacroix says he was only joking about the Skype thing.
Oh, and sorry, Sasha, if I wasn't supposed to say that. I just thought it was notable, and I didn't want to forget.
A lot of women, if I get it and she gets it, a lot of women on Skype get those same generals and majors I just delete. Robbie O'Callahan says, crazy cat hat woman. That's me. This is indeed true. I do like Russian vids, and I'm a long-time subscriber. Well, not long time, but as long as I've been on YouTube. And he says Russian Vids talks extensively about Prince. Russian Vids has got a lot of great stuff on his channel if you're into that sort of thing. He also is a flat earther. Sometimes people believe that he's going too far with exposing things like people didn't really die, David Bowie, Prince, etc., etc. But it's interesting nonetheless. And he has good flat earth information he reveals. So it's a channel worth subscribing to. Just like everything else, you take what you believe is true and you leave the rest behind, and thank the person for providing the service that they do.
You're always so politically correct.
No, but that's what I do. Elizabeth Mapplebeck comes back and says, my Facebook fills with requests from military men. See, it is a thing.
What the hell?
At them, some working on shipping fleet boats. This only started after Flat Earth. Well, I never did Skype prior to Flat Earth. So I think, Mark, you're the first person I ever Skyped with.
Really?
I think you helped me set up Skype, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know how.
After
you said, let's Skype. And I'm like, what do you do? And you're like, do this. And I did. So She says, when I look at them, some working on shipping fleet boats. This only started after Flat Earth. And before that, I never got this type of friend request. I don't friend them. Yeah, don't. Who knows what they are. Orphan Red says, yes, widowed, because I said some of them say they're widowed. Widowed middle-aged military generals, supposedly, with no comments on their 3 photos from friends. They do keep sending her friend requests as well. Must be a thing.
Well, somebody should go down that road and see where it leads. Within safety guidelines, of course.
Right. I mean, they can't really do anything to you. I'm not bored enough to actually friend one of them and see what they're going to say.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a poor command of the English language, and it'll be some kind of scam involving sends me money.
Did I tell you?
And my freaking them out would be like, I'm a flat earther, and they'd be like, I don't know. They're there to pull one over on me, and I'll be blowing their mind.
Did I tell you, just to mess with people, I used to on Craigslist collect fake checks from people. So they would send you money because they wanted to ship an item somewhere, and they'd send you way more, and then you were supposed to send them back the balance.
Mm-hmm.
But they would FedEx you these checks for like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and they were completely bogus checks. Right. And I would say, yes, so go ahead, send it, right? And I get these FedExes every day, and I'd open them up, and these guys spent quite a bit of money on postage. I mean, these are next day air things, and I had like a stack of checks, probably worth, I don't know, $200,000 on my desk. And people are going, what is this? I go,
so they're trying to scam you, and you say, sure, send the check. I'll do it.
Yeah, send the check. I'll send you the difference. I don't send them jack because I know it's a complete scam, and then they never contact me again.
So it's a way to punish them for doing that. Funny.
Yeah, exactly. Just hit them up for a little bit. And, I get to have some fun in the process.
Mm-hmm. Wilson Phillips writes, the Skype requests I get are always some masculine Russian women on farm equipment.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, I thought you'd think so. Eddie K914 says, hey, have you guys seen Aaron Dover's video of a pilot flying between the sun and moon at 35,000 feet? It looks like the sun's in front and below the horizon. Can this plane be above the sun where the horizon is behind the sun?
Doubt it.
Haven't seen that video.
Doubt it. It would have been shipped to me by now if it would have been really.
I don't think that. I don't know, with the whole revelation that potentially space could be water or plasma or some kind of liquidy substance we don't know the name of, I think the sun could be partially in it. And the sun does something magnetic, electric, something with the combination of those up there.
Yeah.
Could be in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever's up there.
Sounds crazy because we don't think of fire being in water, but is that they tell us from what it really is?
I mean, it could have the properties of water, that's for sure. But if, when Brian Mullen and Crow 777 both jumped on the bandwagon at the same time, that's significant.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are not guys to make hasty decisions.
And Brian Mullen, speaking of hasty decisions, and I don't think he's going to be making one in this regard, he did that lovely video where he was talking about a woman that he'd met, and he thinks it's a primary relationship in his life. And it was one of those videos that made me almost want to cry when I did. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of that, and if we'll ever know who the woman is in question.
Who is this mystery woman? That could actually be said about you because of that. But
the air, lovely.
Love is in the air.
Mark T writes that I look like a Mayan cowgirl. I'll take that.
A Mayan cowgirl. You look like a Mayan tour guide.
Over to the left, we have the ancient ruins. And over here, we've got some of the restrooms. So, thank you, Dell. I guess Dell and him were trying to connect up, so now they have connected up. Delacroix writes, make my check out to C Hirsch A2 S Ols H cash for short.
Huh.
Okay, my head until I read it. He says aliens are from Pittsburgh, therefore the Pittsburgh reference earlier. Gregory also said, would love to have a couple of San Diego Flat Earth friends. He started a Facebook group called San Diego Flat Earth to meet. So far, he's the only one. So friend request Gregory May, spelled just as it sounds, on Facebook. Find him. And then if you're a San Diegoite, San Diegoan.
Oh, heck, I know a San Diego guy right now. You do too.
I do, but why is my mind blanking?
Brian and team from Humanistory.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. But they're not flat earthers.
Oh, don't. Of course they are. They're not flat earthers as much as Rob Skiba isn't a flat earther.
Right. Brian and the others who are Humanist Story, Brian recently put out a series of very beautiful videos with some gorgeous pictures of guides, and they're just very soothing and pretty. And he put a lot of time into doing a series of these videos. So if you want something lovely to look at, that's where to check it out. He writes, Mark, did you notice that there's a dome on the BO album cover? It spells Earth in the dome, and it stands for, remember we were guessing before, Educational Avatar Reality Training Habitat.
Yep. I listened to the whole album. It was great. I liked the song called Effin' Science Bro, which was great because it was a remixed track of Thomas Dolby's Blinded Me with Science, all the riffs in the background. And it was a great story. I liked it.
Supposedly a flat earther.
Yeah.
We have this edition that we often in chat or in Q&A have, this person writes, we often have a Mr. Rich B.O.B. in here. I wonder if that's B.O.B. the singer. I don't think so. I think Mr. Rich B.O.B. is his own person. But interesting. If B.O.B. in your chat on one of our shows now. Plasma John Doe has a good statement here. Always does, actually. Until the answer of the orbs is understood, that they are plasma creatures, they decide to be visible to us. We literally cannot understand our plasma souls are affected by these for good and bad. We are all affected in our plasma reality. All right. Martin wanted to give out his email.
I never even thought of that. Was Rich B.O.B.? Was that?
Is that Bob?
That's not actually B.O.B.
I don't think so, because he's been around before I knew B.O.B. existed, but B.O.B. did exist, but I didn't know he existed.
Maybe he was doing research.
Martin Liedtke, earlier we were talking, he was talking about doing a UK meetup and some flat earth thing, and I asked if he'd put his email address up, and here it is, martinliedtke7@gmail.com. That's Martin, common spelling, Liedtke, Liedtke. Liedtke, Martin Liedtke7@gmail.com. And I'm sure that's associated with his channel too, so you can find it on the About page if you forgot what I said. Wait, my cat just turned on my printer. Hold on if you heard that noise.
Well, Patricia
wanted to print something.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Mark says do something on the East Coast. He wants us to do some kind of a mixer on the East Coast.
I was surprised nobody in New York or Jersey or Florida. Why didn't anybody do anything there?
Maybe they did. Just one or two people getting together is possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. So anything else you've got going on as we reach the close of our show?
Oh, we're at that point. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm not doing mailbag. I actually am doing a second testimonial. This guy is an etheric science researcher.
What does that mean?
I don't know exactly.
Wait, I'm going to look up the word etheric. Ethereal. I know ethereal.
He was in a lot of stuff. He was in the military. He's dealt with a lot of things. Basically, I think he kind of specializes in virtual reality concepts. He's got a lot to talk about. And so I'm reading a monstrous statement from him that he sent to me in like 10 different parts. He's really kind of been going down the flat earth path, and it's super interesting for me. So I'm going to go down that.
The etheric body, ether body, or ether, E-T-H-E-R, or the UK spelling of A-E-T-H-E-R, is a name given by neo-theosophy to a vital body or subtle body propounded in esoteric philosophies as the first or lowest layer in the human energy field or aura. Sounds like I'm channeling Rain Griffith right now.
Yeah, I can do a quick bio for you of this guy.
Yeah, please. Sounds neat.
His name is Bob Tidwell, Tidwell. He's 66 years old, retired from AT&T, where he was a computer systems specialist. Prior to that, he was a technician for Aerospace Defense Command, top secret clearance, worked on various radar defense sites, like a lot of the guys I have. Up until a few years ago, he was MUFON's chief investigator for 2 states, Alabama and Mississippi. And his current research is what I call etheric science. I'm going to read this tomorrow anyway. What I call etheric science. I like to look at unusual situations to see what can be added that was overlooked. And but he's got some hearing problems, so he would have a hard time with headphones. So I'm going to read the statement for him, and it's really, really some good stuff. So That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So it's, instead of tomorrow just being a mailbag, we're going to do another subject matter expert. And last week was the Mason, and this time we're going to do this guy. And technically,
And the guy that was the 32nd degree Mason that came on your Strange World on TFR last Tuesday, then did a video showing all of his Masonic credentials, so everyone would know he was not faking it.
Yeah. And I didn't even have to ask him. I just said, read the comments, because those, if you want, because those are going to be brutal. That does not look like a refrigerator magnet.
This is CGI cat here.
CGI cat. Oh.
This is Flynn. He has half of a mustache. Oh, he's trying to get away.
That's because cats sense evil.
No, they just don't. Like all my other cats love to be held. They don't like to be held.
Yeah,
but they like to be around me all the time.
Let you sleep at night.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. The Mason didn't have to put that out there, but he did, and he sent it to me, and I re-uploaded it. And it was great, and it's obvious that he's a Mason, and I thought he was a good, from a subject matter expert standpoint. I think he was more of a spiritual subject matter expert than anything. It was just reference material, but it was good. I liked what he had to say, because I had already done that previous show on the Mason. So anyway, that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. And let's see, I have got tomorrow. I'm going to be on Nathan Oakley 1980s channel on his show, which is such a good show. It's called Mechanics of the Fourth Wall. And Nathan has a promo up for that now, which is really cool. And I'm going to be on with Antonio Suberitz, and we're going to discuss, I don't even know how to put it. We're going to discuss people and connections with people, and how we can personally become a better version of who we are and connect on a more deeper level, and other things on Mechanics of the Fourth Wall tomorrow with them. And look to Nathan Oakley 1980s channel for the promo, so you can find the time that it suits you in your area. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to have a guy named Reese Southern, and you may have seen his videos. He's quite young and blonde, and he lives in the UK, and it's the channel called the Flat Earth Movement. And he's come out with some really interesting videos, and some videos that caused eyebrow raises and controversy, talking about doing a Flat Earth Union and sending money. And then he took another turn and then did a sort of documentary, which is quite nice. That's on his channel, the Flat Earth Movement. So Reese will be joining me from the UK on Wednesday here on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. And of course, I'm saying all these things keeping in mind that I'm doing it on April 25th, 2016. If you happen to watch this at a later date, they'll just be on the channel as older videos.
That's right.
I do want to add this. Somebody says here that you, Mark, look like you could be Garth Brooks' older brother.
I will take that as a compliment,
I guess,
because I don't know if Garth Brooks is considered a good-looking guy.
I don't know. I
don't know. He's no George Clooney, I can tell you that much. Wow, your hair is getting so long and fabulous.
Yeah, my hair is growing quite a lot. Hats off to everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on, and glasses off too. Glad to have those off. Thank you for joining us on The Secret Show, the Space Cowboy edition. And until we meet again, Mark?
Wait, I know this one. Keep it flat.